Hey, this is Chadlack, and you're here with Wage Rage, the Cage Rage podcast episode that tells you when and where to bet and who to bet for so that you can make the most money and make the most out of your gains. So, we are talking Bellator because it's this weekend. They're the final of their grand finale, their Grand Prix heavyweight fight. It's actually a really good fight, so we're going to bring it up. We don't do a lot of Bellator because not a lot of people bet on it, quite frankly, but I think people are going to do a bet on this line. Miguel, take it away. Tell me about this one.
Well, we got Bellator on Paramount this Saturday, January 26th. They're out at the LA Forum. So definitely Bellator pulling out the big show. It's the finals of their heavyweight Grand Prix. And, it's down to Emilianenko and Bader. You got Fedor and Ryan Bader in the finals. You got Bader entering as the favorite at minus 390. So almost a 4-1 favorite. Wow. And Fedor kicking back at plus 320. I think Bader's going to win. In most scenarios, that's the way it goes. I think he's younger, stronger, faster, and in a situation where, he's been focused on this tournament. I think it's hard to have Fedor this much an underdog because Fedor knows how to manage a fight and win. But, at the end of the day, I think it goes that way. Devin, what do you think?
I think the betting line might be a little too high in favor of Bader, but I do believe that he's the favorite, and the reason I believe that is because the one thing that I don't think that Fedor has lost too much in terms of skill, but what we've seen with guys like Anderson Silva and Chuck Liddell later in his career that I think has plagued Fedor a little bit is the older these fighters get, they can't take a shot the same way they used to. And I also think the wrestling advantage at heavyweight will be in Bader's favor. I do think that there is a live dog in Fedor, and I think that he knows that this. You mentioned the last time we talked about this fight on here that this is kind of like his swan song. So I definitely think that he's going to be coming in very motivated to go out on top with a big win, pick up the heavyweight title in Bellator, and I think that he'll walk away if he does that, win or lose. I don't see it as a safe bet though to bet on Fedor, but I do think that those odds are a little bit tempting because I think the Fedor is more of a live dog than what those odds are showing.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's really hard to pick against Fedor just based on resume, career. The guy can manage a fight against most people with his eyes closed, with just on experience and stuff like that. Now, Bader's a little bit of a different animal because, like I said, bigger, stronger, faster right now, and that makes Fedor have to use the brain. And that's, again, he's in safe territory using that stuff, I think his best shot is to come out and land a big punch. He's gotten out of so many fights that way. The thing I like about Fedor is if he gets to you, he will finish. He does still have that instinct of trying to get out of the fight and not carrying it or settling into, my head on the cards and staying ahead. Fedor's going to want to get out of there, and that always makes him dangerous. Bader, we've seen a real tough version of Bader coming in at heavyweight, coming in about 230 in his prime, basically at his physical prime right now. That is a big package for Fedor to solve, and if Fedor starts getting hit, and he may be a little slower on defense too. So we'll see how it goes. I got to agree with Devin. I think, especially early in the fight, Fedor is a live dog.
Yeah, I got to agree with both of you guys on that one. I don't see it going any other way. Unless Fedor catches him in an armbar or something crazy like that, he could get the submission. He's still there, so he's a live dog for that, like you say. But I'm going the same way. I'm going with Fedor on it. And for the sake of Fedor, the last emperor, love you, man. I hope the best for you. And I'm playing favoritism here. I hope Fedor wins it. How about you guys?
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely going to be pulling for Fedor.
In terms of, we always ask the question, what's good for the sport? Here it's hard to say. If Bader gets crowned the champion and stuff, maybe Bellator can run with their heavyweight weight class and do something. Fedor doesn't have a lot of future ahead of him. But the story's so great if Fedor wins, so it's hard to say what you want here. The heart says Fedor, right?
Right. Yeah, that's a great point, Miguel. Hey, listen, that's our wage rage for this one. Don't forget, hit subscribe below. We are over 50-3, 50-4, something like that on wage rage now. So in other words, we're kicking ass. If you want to make money, you probably could have paid half of your house off if you would have bet on us over the last month, and that's a fact. So if you're betting and you're a smart guy, bet here first, bet here often. Thanks for having us. Until next time, namaste.